The arena doesn't just feel loud, it feels alive, like every heartbeat inside the crowd has synced to the same drum. The lights hang above the ring like artificial suns, cooking the canvas in white heat, while thousands of eyes lock onto the center. This is where stories end or legends begin, and tonight, both men know what's on the line. One fights for validation, the other for survival of his empire. The cameras catch every step, every breath, every tightening of the gloves as the referee brings them together, his voice almost drowned in the noise. The crowd doesn't care about technicalities or records. They want drama. They want violence. They want truth. The bell finally cuts through the tension like a blade, and history begins to write itself in sweat and leather. The first exchanges are cautious, filled with probing jabs and subtle footwork, both fighters trying to feel the rhythm of the other. Nobody wants to make the first costly mistake. The champion keeps his guard high, padding tight, eyes focused like a predator sizing up weakness. The challenger moves lighter, circling, trying to draw something, anything that reveals the pattern behind the champion's defense. The early moments are quiet but dangerous. Like silence before thunder, you can feel the anxiety in every movement, every feint, every half step forward and backward. This isn't just a fight. This is two lives colliding under unforgiving lights, and only one of them gets to walk forward when the night ends. As the rounds begin to settle, the fight's personality starts to show. The champion's jab becomes a metronome, steady, sharp, slicing through the air like a ruler marking territory. Every time it lands, the sound cracks through the arena, echoing like a warning. The challenger tries to answer with speed, using angles, slipping to the side, mixing in hooks to break the rhythm, but the distance keeps betraying him. Each step inside is paid for in punches. The crowd reacts to every exchange, rising with every clean shot, holding its breath when combinations fly. The champion is patient, not wasting energy, not chasing chaos. He understands that dominance isn't loud, it's measured. Meanwhile, the challenger begins to feel the weight of the moment. His movements lose a fraction of sharpness. His breathing grows heavier. His eyes blink a little longer between exchanges. The corner voices grow louder, more urgent, cutting through the noise with demands and strategy. But inside the ring, everything feels far away. Pain, adrenaline, pride, it all blurs. A clean right hand finally sneaks through, snapping the challenger's head back. Not enough to end it, but enough to send a message. The crowd explodes, sensing momentum shifting like a sudden change of wind. This isn't just about power now, it's about control. And the champion is tightening his grip. By the middle rounds, the war has officially begun, and there's no pretending it's a game anymore. The challenger, knowing he's behind, starts taking risks, stepping inside more, throwing combinations instead of single shots, trying to force the fight into chaos where anything can happen. The champion welcomes it. He doesn't flinch. He adjusts. He shortens his punches, makes them tighter, more precise, letting the challenger walk into danger instead of chasing him. A brutal counter lands, clean and thunderous, and for a split second, time seems to pause. The challenger stumbles, the canvas below his feet suddenly feeling uneven, like the ground itself is tilting. He holds, survives, pushes through instinct alone. The referee watches closely, eyes narrow, ready to step in if needed. But the challenger refuses to fall. The crowd respects it, their roar carrying a mixture of excitement and sympathy. This is where heart comes into play, where technique meets willpower, where the body wants to quit, but the mind refuses. Sweat pours like rain, gloves thud like drums, and the clock seems to crawl. Every second feels like a mile. The champion senses it, the weakening, the desperation, and he doesn't rush. He knows endings must be clean, decisive, unforgettable. The later rounds are no longer about points or perception. They're about survival. The challenger is fighting gravity, exhaustion, and doubt all at once. His legs feel heavier, his arms slower, like he's punching through water. The champion, still composed, stalks him now, cutting off the ring instead of circling, removing every possible escape. The ropes become a trap, not protection. A vicious combination lands. Jab, cross, hook, and the challenger drops to one knee, the entire arena erupting in shock and anticipation. The referee counts, each number echoing like a verdict. He gets up. He always gets up. But getting up doesn't mean he's okay. The champion steps back in, merciless but controlled, targeting openings like a surgeon finding a vein. Another right hand crashes through the guard. Another hook follows. The challenger's vision blurs. His balance disappears, and the crowd stands as if trying to lift him with their energy alone. But some tides cannot be stopped. The champion corners him once more, unleashes a final barrage, and this time the fall is different. It's heavier. It's permanent. The referee steps in, waving it off, body between them. The bell rings into chaos. The aftermath is a strange mixture of noise and silence. The crowd explodes with celebration, yet inside the ring, everything feels still, like the world is holding its breath. The champion raises his arms, not in arrogance, but in confirmation. Another battle survived, another name added to his legacy. His face tells the story of the night. Focus, discipline, exhaustion, and relief tangled together. Across the canvas, the challenger sits, defeated but not destroyed. A warrior who didn't quit, even when his body begged him to. This is the truth of boxing. Glory for one, pain for the other, but respect woven through both. The commentators call it dominance. The fans call it heartbreak. The records will call it a knockout. But those who understand the sport know it was more than that. It was a story written through 12 ropes, 4 corners, and endless rounds of sacrifice. When the lights dim and the crowd fades, what remains is the memory, the image of 2 men who stepped into something bigger than themselves and left pieces of their soul behind. And tomorrow, the world will move on. New fights will be announced. New names will rise. But tonight will remain frozen in time. The night where one stood tall and one stood brave.